G'day everybody, Charles here. Just going for a little hike through the jungle, and I saw this like abandoned, rusty, old school gym, and I love gyms like that. And I always feel like I'm like Rocky Balboa whenever I'm training in them. But yeah, kind of felt like doing a bit of a workout today, moving some energy that's in my body. And I wanted to talk today about different ways that you can manage your emotions. Some things that have really helped me, and hopefully they help you too. So let's go. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I just found this really cool fucking rusty gym. Look at it, let me show you. Super old, ancient equipment in the jungle. Even got a Smith machine, that's so random. Cable machine here, but it doesn't work. And these things here look like they used to have like boxing bags on them. I'm kind of trying to figure out what was here, but this looks like it would have been like, I don't know, I'm just kind of picturing it now, like this would have been like a boxing ring, and these are like the chairs to the boxing ring, and this would have been like an area where they would have done like, you know, a matted off area where they would have done boxing training and stuff, and this would have been like the weight section. So yeah, just training here and show you some workouts that I'm doing. Let's go. Okay. Very good. Still works really well. Works well. And it's free. So before this workout I was feeling a bit bored, a bit anxious, and something happened to me a couple of days ago that made me feel very angry, and it just brought something into my awareness, a really important point, that when we're experiencing some overwhelming emotions, we can't always just think ourselves out of it or feel ourselves out of it. Sometimes we just have to use that emotion and just do something good with it. So that's what motivated me to come here and just do a workout, move my body, let out some of that energy. And it's just one of the main points when it comes to how to manage your emotions, and that is to ask yourself, can I do something good with this emotion right now? So many negative emotions that people experience where they're just so quick to try and think themselves out of it, or try and heal it and release it, when it's like, hey, maybe if you do something good with it, and each time you did something good with that emotion, it would lead to, like, over time, over days, weeks, months, years, some pretty significant changes in your life for the better. Think about like musicians that went like completely famous because they turned their grief from their breakups into like awesome songs that like went fucking viral, and millions of people are buying their their tracks. Like, hey, wouldn't you want to become a millionaire out of like using your sadness for something good rather than just kind of wallowing in it or trying to bypass it? Or even anger, for example. Like with anger, we can do something really good with anger sometimes. And look, I'm not saying always. There's a lot of people that do really horrible things with their emotions. So you got to use your emotions responsibly. Use your emotions responsibly, guys. Because they are very powerful. So yeah, use your emotions. That's one thing. The next thing would be to like shift your perspective on what's going on around you in reality, because our subconscious, like, constructs meaning out of everything that we're experiencing, and for good reason. It's just like an autopilot software system that runs in the background with us, without us needing like to consciously like perceive information around us all the time. Like that would be exhausting doing that, right? But sometimes our subconscious, it's running old, outdated software, and it's perceiving information around us in a way that's not serving us. So in that case, these surface layer manifestations, these symptoms of overwhelming emotions that we can feel, could be like things to observe, to go deeper into, to begin like asking yourself some deeper questions, like, what did I make that situation mean to me? What did I make it mean about me? What did I make it mean about the person that said it? All these different things. And from there you can really start to gather like, oh, okay, that's how I perceive that situation in that fraction of a second that caused me to react in that way or feel that overwhelming emotion. Because once you can do that, and it'll eventually take you deeper into mainly your childhood, because that's where we construct a lot of our values and our beliefs and our worldview, and what we believe a relationship is and what love is and how to communicate and all these different things. It'll take you there, and then that's when you can get to the core and heal it at its core, reprogram it at its core, shift your perspective at its core, and then from there it opens up like an expanded perspective that you can have right now in your reality, so that the next time you're in a situation like that where it would have incurred some type of really intense emotional overwhelming reaction, you've got the tools to be like, oh, okay, yeah, all right, but there's another way to look at it, and then from there you can regulate your nervous system a bit faster and not sit in that previous emotional state that you were in. So that's another thing, shifting your perspective, really important. This is the main work that we do at Triber in our inner child healing workshops and shadow mastery programs. So if you're interested in that, please hit me up and I can redirect you to like learning how to do that, because I'm really simplifying it right now, but I can guarantee you it's a process, and it definitely needs to be honored and respected as one to really get a handle on it. And the last thing is to feel and release and express your emotions. Now, this doesn't always work. Some people get like heavily drawn into like emotional addiction, where it's like, whenever something happens, it's like they're forcing themselves to like cry it out or scream it out. It's not always my go-to. But, it definitely, helps. There's been moments where I've had a fucking mad cry or, and I've just felt incredible afterwards, felt relieved, that's my nervous system's like, like I just feel better, I feel lighter. So that's definitely another way to manage your emotions. And look, these three ways, that they are all quite, simple ways to explain complex things. For many people, trying to do something positive with some of their negative emotions can seem like, what? Impossible, because they've got such a block to their negative emotions. They've got such a block to their anger or their sadness, so they can't even use it to generate them, to motivate them to express it towards being creative with it. That's something in itself to work on. Also, shifting your perspective, like there's a lot of blocks that we can experience with that. Like you've got subconscious protectors that protect those parts of you who are at the core holding on to those worldviews and those perceptions and those wounds ultimately. And when you attempt to start to go a bit deeper, you can be faced with like complete confusion, like, well, I don't know, or like denial, or anything like that, which is really there to try and protect us from healing it at its core. And this is really a sign that you're still really valuing perceiving reality in that way, because it's familiar and it's most known. That's something in itself there to work on before you can really get to that point. And of course, the last one, feeling it. You got to feel it to heal it. Some people really struggle with feeling their emotions, man. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, just feel it. If you've got blocks there that's getting in the way of you feeling it, well then, that's something in itself that you're going to have to work on. If you've got a block to sadness, you may have not have had permission to feel sadness. You were judged, and love was withdrawn from you whenever you did feel any type of sadness growing up. if that's the case, well then again, that's another wall that you got to work on before you can then start to get to that point where you can feel completely safe to release it. And this is why healing is, or self-development and growth, it's a layered process. So I hope I've provided you with enough context there, and just know that, you know, if you're struggling to manage your emotions in any of those ways, it's okay. You know, reach out for help, get support, because I can guarantee you, once you've got that relationship with your emotions, they become a lot easier to manage and a lot less debilitating. Because I know what that's like, you know, being in a state where, you know, you're angry for weeks, you know, and it doesn't matter what you do, try and distract yourself and even use the emotion, it just doesn't go away. You know, in that case, there may have to be more of a holistic approach to it. And I also know what it's like, you know, sitting and wallowing in your emotions and not getting anywhere with that. It's like everyone's saying, feel your emotions. Like, I'm fucking feeling it. You know, nothing's changing. And you know, the whole narrative of like, just shift your perspective. Yeah, it just doesn't happen like that, man. Like, shift it. Okay, you know, it's a bit of a process, and it takes a bit of work and a bit of time, a bit of patience. Anyways, I hope that you found this video helpful. I'm gonna wrap up this video with showing you a bit about where I'm staying. It's fucking awesome. Beautiful beach here in Had Yuan. Yeah, I think that's the way to say it. And yeah, peace and love, everybody. So this is Had Yuan Beach in Koh Phangan, Thailand. Awesome place here. And yeah, just want to say thanks for tuning into my YouTube channel. And I think this is the part where I have to say, don't forget to like and subscribe and all that stuff. I'll be posting up some more videos with some more pockets of wisdom for you all. Big love, everybody.